Xavier, the X-ray machine. Little Timmy was scared. He didn't really want to be there, but he knew he had to be. As he sat on the cold metal chair in the waiting room, his mom and dad were talking to some people all dressed in white coats and carried clipboards like some teachers do in his school. He leaned back against his chair and rested his head on the wall. Gee, I wonder what they're saying, he thought to himself as he stared at the white walls, barely holding up a few faded stickers of cartoon characters. I suppose you are here to help me feel better, he whispered to the wall, knowing he wouldn't get a response.
They can't hear you,
answered a voice. Timmy stood up so fast that he knocked over his metal chair, but nobody heard the crash. As he picked up the chair, he looked around the small room, and he knew there wasn't anyone in there with him.
Over here,
yelled out the voice. Timmy thought he was dreaming, but the voice sounded so real. He peeked out of the waiting room and saw his parents still talking to the people in white with the clipboards. Directly across the waiting room was another room with a sign that read, X-ray. He was in the first grade already, so he could read. X-ray, he stumbled. That's where Mom and Dad said I would go today. He walked closer to the room and noticed a large, shiny table with a large machine above it on a rail, just like his train set. That must glide around. Cool, he squealed.
Don't be afraid, Timmy. Come on in,
said the voice. Still, Timmy saw no one in the room. Suddenly, the lights came on and he heard a slight whir coming from the machine on the rail. A friendly face appeared on the glass part of the machine, and it looked down and smiled.
Hi there, Timmy. My name is Xavier, and I'm an X-ray machine. Timmy gulped a big gulp.
He didn't think it was so cool anymore. A machine that talks? People all in white carrying clipboards, running around in sneakers, bumping into white walls with faded cartoons to get to the next victim? Eek! He screeched. Get me out of here! No one could hear him but the big shiny machine.
Timmy, don't be afraid, dear. I am here to help you. Let me show you,
Xavier pleaded. Timmy slowly sat on the edge of the table and listened and watched.
Timmy, I heard that you have a boo-boo in your tummy every time you eat. Is that right?
Asked Xavier. Yes, promptly responded the boy.
You've tried all kinds of medicines and nothing seems to help, right? Added Xavier.
Right, but how do you know all this?
It is my job to know everything so that I know what to look for when I take a picture of your tummy.
You mean like Daddy does sometimes with his camera on my birthday and special occasions? Asked Timmy excitedly because he heard something familiar. Timmy always loved to be photographed. He always thought that the camera was a mask of some kind and thought it was very funny. Xavier thought a moment on how to explain it better and added,
Well, something like that, Timmy. But the pictures that I can take won't look the same. You see, in my pictures, you won't see your bright yellow cap and shirt or your green shorts and sneakers. With my pictures, you can see what you look like underneath your skin.
Timmy sat with his mouth so opened he could have swallowed a softball. He wasn't sure he understood, but something sounded scary to him. Xavier continued.
You see, Timmy, I can look through your skin and take a picture of your muscles, your bones, and even your tummy. I'm sort of like Superman with X-ray vision.
Xavier chuckled proudly. Timmy still needed convincing, even though the crack about being like Superman forced a smile out of him.
I can look deep into your body and take pictures of everything I see. When my pictures are developed, the technicians and doctors can see what the problem is and be better able to help you, explained Xavier. And the best part is that it won't even hurt you one bit, he added.
Timmy listened carefully to everything Xavier was saying to him and started to realize that perhaps this wasn't so bad after all. "Are you sure that it won't even hurt?" asked Timmy.
Not one tiny bit,
answered Xavier. Timmy got up from the metal table and walked around it to examine it a little closer. There were no sharp objects, and everything was so shiny, like a new fire engine. He glided his hand over the machine and said, "Thank you, Xavier. I feel much better now. I really think I could do this."
That's a good boy, Timmy. Just remember, I'll be watching you during the whole thing, so don't forget to smile, giggled Xavier. Timmy giggled right back.
"Timmy, Timmy," nudged his mother. "Timmy, honey, wake up, dear. It's time to get your x-ray done." "Huh? What happened? Where's Xavier?" said Timmy.
"Who's Xavier?"
said his father. Suddenly, Timmy realized that he had fallen asleep while waiting for his parents. "But what about Xavier?" he thought to himself. "Was he just a dream? No, he couldn't be. He was too real, but... Timmy walked between his parents to the x-ray room where he believed he had just been in with Xavier. He looked around and everything looked familiar. But how is that possible? Did he dream it all, or did it really happen? The technician took Timmy to the changing room where he helped him put on a blue robe with little horses prancing on it. "You'll be just fine, Timmy," said the technician softly. "Xavier, that's what we call our x-ray machine. He loves kids and kids enjoy him," said the technician. "Xavier?" exclaimed Timmy. "I know him. He spoke to me." "We play a voice on a tape in the x-ray room when children are preparing for a test," he explained. "We haven't played it for you yet." Timmy was sure of what he heard and of what he saw. He was led to the x-ray table where the technician placed him in position. Suddenly, Xavier spoke to Timmy again. "Hi there, Timmy. My name is Xavier and I'm an x-ray machine." Those were the exact words and voice that he heard earlier. He was certain of it. As the machine was being lowered to rest a few inches away from his tummy, Timmy saw the friendly face he had seen before on the machine, and this time it winked as it continued talking. He knew his friend was back, and as he promised, he gave him a big smile, and then the machine went